and I'm just trying to get back south of it so I can get a good visual on it again.
Yep.
So right now, nothing of emergency status to report.
Okay, and Darren has reported that it has been a little bit less. It looks like the structure is a little bit less. We still have circulation and surface indication that it is still near a surface-based rotating area. It's not nearly as well defined right now as it had been. We still have severe thunderstorms with strong, what we call low-level rotation. That is still potentially could potentially produce any tornadoes or a tornado at any time over Tulsa and near Catoosa. Now this is all moving to the east at about 40 miles per hour. We have had inflow estimates 2 miles west of Catoosa of 80 to 100 miles per hour. And I'm going to go to Darren. Darren, I don't know if you think it was ever that strong, but I mean, I'm not going to.
I do, Travis.
That's crazy.
I
mean, that's crazy.
I tell you why. It was insane. At one point, I got turned sideways sitting there on 244, right around the stockyards here, right when it really started cranking up again. And at that time, I don't know whether I was getting hit with debris and hail, but either one of those busted out my back glass of my vehicle here. So I'm running with the back glass, rain's coming in and everything else with me right now. But I'm advancing east on 412. I'm about 3 miles east of Catoosa, and the circulation has lifted back up into the cloud base, but it's still evident. It's there. It's not. I'm not going to call it disorganized, but it is moderately organized. So I'll stay with it and keep watching it for you.
All right, thank you, Darren. Appreciate that. Let's go up to Sky News 6, live Osage Sky News 6 right now. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you see this in front of me? Right here in front of me on the ground.
Hang on, Will, for 1 second. Hang on, Will. And
I got to stop. Right here in front of me.
Where are you at, Mark?
Okay, Travis, I'm on the Creek Turnpike at the Muskogee Turnpike. Just had a small, probably a gust tornado right here in front of me. I don't know if you can see that in my shot or not, but that is all that stuff that looks like frozen or dry ice or whatever. You see that? That was just a small little spin up, not tornadic, but just more gust tornado type. Right here, you can see it in my video, Travis.
Wow. Okay, that's right along the leading edge of that. So, again, you must be right underneath it. So, I'm going to, okay, you stay with that. If you would, Mark, let's go up to Will right now in live Osage Sky News 6. I'll get it out. Will, tell me what's going on.
Well, Travis, right now you can see we got the rain curtain that they were just talking about right there, and that's Bluebell right here. This is the corner of the Muskogee and the Broken Arrow that you can see as we look out to the east and go to the leading edge. Now, on the backside, we came over on the backside. We can see some heavy cloud formation again, that dark cloud formation, and some minor rotation that's occurring up in that leading edge as well as on the backside here. We've picked up a lot more wind. We're still picking up a lot of wind out here on the southeast corner, but again, we're not seeing any real definition or lowerings or wall clouds that we can see right now that are defining up. So we're going to continue to track this out to the east, but right now it seems to be just a good rain curtain with a hail core moving out to the east northeast as we continue to track it out 412 towards Enola and out in that direction. Travis?
All right. Thanks, Will. I appreciate it very much. And that is going to be a look at what's happening right now. Again, wind damage has occurred, and Stacia just brought me a bunch of information. 17,000 customers at least. I think that number is going to be jacked up big time without power. 2,000 customers in Osage County without power at this particular moment. This is a very big storm. Still, the most intense part of the storm is located on the east side of Tulsa, where we continue with a tornado warning. This tornado warning is the last of the tornado warnings for the time being. We had just that small window of a 2 to 5% chance of a tornado. Where does it go? Just along Highway 412 into Tulsa. We have at this time tornado warning that will still be in effect till 7 o'clock tonight. Our News on 6 as we continue our coverage through the 7 o'clock hour with the severe weather. Again, tornado potential is lessening. Unfortunately, it is not over. Just as Mark Fulta mentioned, we could have brief spin-ups at any time, flying debris in any of these areas. So again, a tornado warning on the east side of Tulsa right now, which would be for southwestern Mayes County, southern Rogers County, and northern Wagner County. And that will be in effect still until 7 o'clock tonight with a tornado warning. That's the east side of Tulsa, and that's evident by what I've circled in that vicinity. Now, we have rain, heavy rains, and everything else going on at this time in the areas around Tulsa. We're also looking at a potential for additional severe weather development, and flash flooding is also going on at this particular moment. So what we're in a position for at this moment is to be looking for anything that is excessive in amounts of precipitation. Looking to the west at this moment, we're talking about we're talking about thunderstorms that go all the way back down to Oklahoma City. So there is a small window down around the Oklahoma City area where they're at right now, where some of our teams are located, Val and Allen. Then you have Bobby that's located just near this storm, and then Marty. So we're up and down the whole pike right now. So that's the situation as we have it right now in those areas. What we're going to do is I'm going to go back down into the southeast side of Tulsa, where the heavier thunderstorms are located now on the east side of town. Fortunately, if you're on the south side from Jinx south, you're okay, but you are going to get rain and thunder, lightning, and everything else. You see JD's location and relationship right now. We'll kind of highlight it. I lost him there. There he is on the Muskogee Turnpike. And then he's looking straight into the cell to the north. Let's go to JD right now. What do you have, JD?
Hey, Travis, I had some real strong circulation a few minutes ago. I'm not seeing it right now. I may have had a spin up. I'm not sure if it was that or just some real strong downdrafts there. A lot of rain mixed in there along that.
Okay, and we have when you saw that. I mean, so far you're on the south side, so you're getting a pretty good vantage point of that. Have you had any wind inflow into that area? Have you had any strong wind flow?
Yeah, I did a few minutes ago. It's all outflow now. And there's just a lot of lowering scuds, so definitely need to keep an eye on it.
All right, JD, appreciate it. Again, JD's on the south side as that continues to move east. Darren's further to the east on that as we look at that. Let's go back to Will in Osage Sky News 6 for another quick update. Will, you're kind of circling around the storm. Where are you right now in relationship to what are we looking at?
Well, right now we're going to bring the camera around. We're looking back to the northwest. We're out over here to the southeast, down by Oneida, so just north of Coweta at this time. And we can still pick up a lot of lightning off the leading edge here, but you can see that the rain wrap, we do have a little bit of a good definition there on the base of the clouds, but no real circulation developing, no wall clouds developing, no definition. But we are starting to see that lightning. We're starting to feel a lot of wind up here again. So it is in a life cycle that's ebbing up and down. We'll continue to keep you up to date as we fly out east to see if this does develop or if it's just dissipating as we continue out into the early night. Travis?
All right. Hey, I appreciate it very much. It kind of a crazy deal how crazy it ended up being for Channel 6. We ended up with, things were flying around here, and I think a door went flying open when somebody was trying to get into the building, and it created a vacuum effect that just literally flowed through the building. And so that was bad when we had our winds of 80 miles per hour downtown here. We had multiple areas of damage. We still have lots of things going on. The tornado warning still is in effect until 7 o'clock, and this is now for southwestern Mays County, southern Rogers County, northern Wagner County, and that is going on again till 7 o'clock tonight. So the potential for a tornado still exists in those areas that we are looking at. So as Will has been reporting from the sky, Vaughn's reporting from the ground, Darren, Mark, JD, our entire teams, we continue to watch that. And also the other thunderstorms. I'm going to take a little wind break here for a second and toss it over to Dick. And Dick, there's another tornado warning that has now been issued that is further just to the northwest or to the northeast of Tulsa. This is over the Grand Lake Adair area that has just been issued. And so this is going to be a new tornado warning for the areas that are just off to the northeast. This has developed rapidly. This is around the Grand Lake area west of Pensacola. If you are in these areas, we are going to have you moved also to a place of safety. This rotation has just kicked in gear very quickly, and as it has done so, it has now been issued a tornado warning, which is now in effect through 7 o'clock, and that will continue as we work our way through the 7 o'clock hour. Rotation showing up strong here at this particular moment, just right near Adair, and that's going to be moving toward Pensacola to the east about 40 miles per hour. We'll be doing a storm track here on Pathfinder with Dick Farrow in just a second, but just needless to say, if you are in these areas, you do have to know that this is anything along that entire line has that potential, but we're talking in Adair, east of Adair. Circulation is not exceptionally strong, but it's there, and I think a small spin up of a tornado is possible, but we'll talk to Mr. Farrow, who's watching that storm a little bit more closely. Also, we have another... Okay, let's go on over to Darren for a second, if we could. And Darren, if you have, what do you got?
Trav, I'm on 412 in the Fair Oaks area, right on 412, and there is a funnel directly above 412. The storm that we've been following here all evening long has re-intensified. Lots of lightning going on here, but there is a funnel. no tornado, but a funnel cloud directly over 412 in the